Welcome back to another episode of the Teen Talks podcast. I am here with my guest, How. Now, welcome to the show.
What's good,
So,
man? What's good?
I found How on TikTok on my For You page, and I heard this one rap, and I was just blown away. And we ended up hopping on a live together, and now we're here. This is actually the first time I'm doing a Zoom podcast because he's down in New York. So I'm glad to have you on the show. Thank you for coming, and I
Yes,
cannot
sir. You already
wait.
know.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let How perform that TikTok that went viral. That's probably your most viewed, yeah?
I think so. I think it's either my most viewed or my second most viewed.
Yeah, it's definitely up there because that's how I found you. So
Yeah,
yeah, bro, spit it and let the crowd
I
hear it.
got you. All right, so I wrote this rap, and I was just frustrated because there was a lot of doubt. A lot of people doubting me, and I'm like, yo, I got you. Look, look. Why you talking like I can't even rap? Why you barking like a dog, but you scared as a cat? Scared that I'm only a kid, but I'll be handing them facts. Scared that I might even make it off of sharing my raps, but I don't like to go dragging. I don't like to go bragging, but I might go spazzing the mic to see how hype I can have it. I might just light the city up like I was striking the match, and I might just go platinum and y'all get it. Look, no need to stop the opposition. I'm the top of the competition, the top position. Optimist, the jot in the composition, accomplishing a lot without a lot or a pot to piss and demolish all the copy. Got a spot in the composition. I got a vision, now I'm plotting the plot dimension. I'm rapping like a boss, so if I stop, I might pop a piston. If y'all don't like the way I'm rapping, why do you stop and listen? I'm governing your head like getting top from a politician. Who you think can really hold it with me? The only rappers over me are decades older than me. I holy matrimony rap in my zone when I speak. You think I pay for all my bars the way I'm owning the beat? Look, if you don't like me, well, I'm too sorry. And for anybody doubting me, you shall see. I'm just waiting on the right people to find me, because I've been rapping since 6, that's 2 times 3. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, man. You already know.
bro.
Just the frustration in my head. I just had to get it out. It just had to come out. Pause.
When I heard that, I was literally like, it was first the hook, and I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty sick. And then when you went off, it was like, the only rappers. What's that
Yeah.
bar? What's that bar?
Who you think can really hold it with me? The only rappers over me are decades older than me.
Like,
Yeah.
what the? Come on, man. Come on. I feel like I'm fucking Funk Flex and like Childish Gambino just spit that, bro. Like,
I was low-key scared to like say that on TikTok.
no, bro.
I didn't want to get a lot of hate, but I just said it.
Are you kidding me, fam? If someone heard that and they like, you own that beat, bro. You own that beat. But I wanted to ask you, because I was so curious, like, how did your passion for rap start? Like, was it a person? Was it a specific influence? Was it like your cousin did it and you wanted to do it? Was it you were bored one day? I don't know. Like, how did it start?
So obviously, well, not obvious, but rap was always a huge part of my family and just my neighborhood. Everybody rapped. Everybody wanted to be a rapper. You go to school and you go to lunch, you're gonna have a rap battle. Or you go to recess and you're gonna have a rap battle. But I think what started or sparked my interest in rap was Eminem. I heard his song "I'm Shady" on the Slim Shady LP when I was like 7. It was really bad because I shouldn't have been listening to
The
Eminem when I was
Eminem, bro,
7.
he's vulgar, yeah.
But especially that album, that was so vulgar. It was ridiculous. But he rhymed it so well, and he had these intricate rhyme schemes and these multi-syllable rhyme schemes. It was just so fascinating. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab my pad and I'm gonna write and I'm gonna rhyme every single word in the sentence. And that's what I did. I started by rhyming every word in the sentence. It was crazy. It would be like back, tack. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Then obviously as I got older, I realized that, I have to actually talk about something and I can have those rhyme schemes without rhyming every single word. But Eminem has a really special place in my heart because that's who I listened to. That was the first rapper. I've never heard a rap before Eminem.
Yeah, he was a
Didn't
real
hear what
OG,
rap was.
bro.
Yeah.
So that's what I was started. Eminem was an inspiration in the people around you.
Yeah.
I see the Dreamville all the time in your videos.
Oh yeah,
and I'm loving
right there too.
I got J. Cole in the back too, bro.
J. Cole.
And I think what most people were when they with the comments, because obviously I went to comments because it was so fire, and the comments were all like, "Oh, Dreamville at the sign this guy because you were wearing a hoodie."
Yeah.
What has J. Cole or Dreamville done with your rap as an influence? Because he's my role model, my idol. So, and I don't rap. I'm like a whole other art. but he's still my idol. I can't imagine how much of an impact he has on you if you are a rapper, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of weird. I go through phases with my rap. So I guess for the first 4 years of my rapping life, I straight listen to Eminem.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I just rapped exactly like Eminem or as close to Eminem as possible. After that, it was J. Cole. I listened to J. Cole for 3 years straight, nothing but J. Cole. A little bit of
Uh-huh.
Eminem, but nothing but J. Cole. So the influence that he's had on me is just that is his importance in his rap. You know, he always has a message.
Yeah.
And he really had an impact on me. And he's the reason why I started sending messages through my rap. Eminem was the rhyme schemes and the wordplay and the fast rap, but J. Cole was the meaning. And really, my reason for rapping is to give meaning. So J. Cole helped me as a rapper because he helped me spread messages. And I think that's what music in general is about, is sending messages.
Uh-huh.
So that's how J. Cole has influenced me.
Cause for me, J. Cole, like the iconic song like Love Yours, bro.
Yeah.
I chat about that a lot on the podcast, and I even have a whole, like, I'll link it. I don't know where I'll put it, but I'll put it up somewhere. I have a whole clip about it. And it was kind of just like, once you understand, like, once you have like love for yourself, for everything that he said in that song, talking about like, yeah, like there's always gonna be a bigger house, there's always gonna be a badder bitch, but like you're never gonna be happy till you love yourself. Like that shit, like when I say when I heard that song when I needed it the most, I heard that song when I needed it the most, bro. Like I was hopping on everyone's like bandwagon. I was always trying to fit in with like the people around me because I was like insecure of myself. And I always had like this big ego of like, oh, I'm always being myself. I'm always being myself. But I wasn't like, I wasn't, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
straight up, I was being myself, but I was being like what other people thought. So like how their self-reflection of me, like that's what I thought, because I'm like, okay, well, if this is gonna make them happy, then it's gonna make me happy. And it caught up to me bad, especially like around like
Yeah.
grade 10. It caught up to me, and now I'm like happy like where I am, and like that Love Yours like came at a perfect time. And every single time I listen to that, it's like nostalgic. It's just like every time I'm like in a bad mood or something, I put that track on. It boosts my confidence, it boosts my ego, everything that I need at that moment. When I put that song on, bro, it's like freedom. That's why when I'm listening to the fucking song in the concerts, bro, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm putting my fucking flashlight up in the air and I'm just
Yeah.
yelling that shit, bro. Like that's why
Yeah.
J.
Yeah.
Cole's. Did you go to KOD?
No. No.
You didn't go to KOD's concert,
No. No.
bro? Yeah. Did you go to For Your Eyes only?
I haven't gone to any concerts.
Any concerts?
None.
No
The only concert
concerts.
I've ever been to, it wasn't J. Cole. It was the Summer Jam, and it was like Chainsmokers and Iggy.
Oh, bro, you
So
gotta go to concerts are fire, man. But J. Cole's concerts were cool because when For Your Eyes Only, that was the first album I got on before J. Cole, like 2014. I listened to him in 2015. So right after Forest Hill Drives dropped, I missed all that hype, and I got onto him in 2015, and I listened to
yeah.
all his albums like back and forth. So when 2016 came along, and what's it called, For Your Eyes Only came along, I was so hyped, bro. I was like, oh my god, like it's like, imagine like catching up on a TV show that all your friends are watching,
Mm-hmm.
and then finally like catching up to them so you could like watch it with them and like experience it with them. So that's what I
Yeah.
felt with For Your Eyes Only. That's why personally that's my favorite album, because it has like that. That was my first album that I actually listened to, that I didn't just go like, oh yeah, that album's sick. But yeah,
Yeah.
overall, bro, J. Cole's like the biggest influence, my role model, because like you said, it's like he's still popping, and
Mm-hmm.
he's not even pushing his shit. He just has such a
That's what
strong
I'm
fan
saying.
base, you know? What do you think of
Yeah.
J. Cole fans? That
J.
meme with
Cole
J. Cole
fans.
fans.
J. Cole fans relate to J. Cole. I feel like J. Cole fans know real rap and real music.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not saying that if you're not a J. Cole fan, you don't, but J. Cole fans understand J. Cole and they understand rap. That's the most important thing.
Like I think that people with misconceptions, like when you listen to J. Cole, you feel wiser. Like you feel like you're like woke and stuff just because you're
Yeah,
listening
yeah,
to J.
yeah,
Cole. And it's
exactly.
like he's saying really like crafty stuff when he's talking, but it's like relatable to a point where it's like digestible. Some things that like Eminem or like Kendrick or like other rappers say, like it kind of just goes over my head and I'm just like, oh fuck, I missed that, or like I have to listen to it a couple of times to catch it. But with J.
So,
Cole, it's like I understand, like Snow on the Bluff, bro. I
oh
listened to
yeah.
that song. That was my most listened to song of 2020. And bro, the first time I listened to that song, I was like, what the fuck did you just say? And the second time I listened to it, I was like, what? Then the 10th
Mhm.
time I listened to it, I'm like, oh fuck, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think of first listens?
I
Judging
think
something
first
from a first
listens.
listen.
Yeah, no, that's never something that you should do. Judging something from a first listen, um, because most of the most talented rappers and the most skilled rappers and the legends, you're not gonna understand everything they said in the first listen. Um, and I know with a lot of my raps, a lot of the words go over people's heads, or the word plays, or even just the messages, the metaphors. They go over your head, and you learn something new every time you listen to a song. The song "Can't Get Enough,"
Uh,
and he said,
Never
"I'm from
mind
the
that.
Ville." No, no, no. He said, "I'm from the Ville where they bang for
They,
the money and carry 4 5s like change for a 20." I was like, "What?" I didn't
because
get
he
it at the
says it so
first time.
fast. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
says
didn't
it so
get it the
fast.
first time, but the second time, third time I listened, I'm like, oh my God. After that, I respected J. Cole forever. I think I heard that when it came out. I was really young when I heard that. And I
Can't get
never,
enough,
and I,
bro. Yeah.
yeah, I never understood it until like the third time. And then after that, that's when I started getting heavy into J. Cole and listening to him.
My older brother, he was like always like in that mumble rap phase, and he was doing his thing with his friends, like all this stupid shit. And once he grew out of that, he started listening to J. Cole. And I remember I was at a table one day and I was playing O3 Adolescence, and I was just vibing to it. And then my brother was like, "Wait, so you actually like listen to this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking fire! Like listen to this, listen to this." 2 years later, this guy gets out of his like little trap with his friends and all this stuff, and he grows into a better person, a more wise and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
individual. This guy listens to O3 Adolescence. Text me one night. I think I was like out, or I had like people over. I was like a little tipsy and shit. He texted me, goes, "I actually really like O3 Adolescence." And when I say like that made my whole fucking night, it made my whole night, because it's like I always get bashed for like listening to J. Cole or praising J. Cole, because it's like don't get me wrong, bro. J. Cole at a club is not as popular as Drake at a club or Kendrick at a club, right?
Yeah.
There's just something about it. Like Middle Child was a fire song, and the fact that he made like a sick ass song with a fucking message, bro,
Mm-hmm.
like that's a real rap. But honestly, like we could talk about J. Cole forever, and I think my viewers are sick of me. I quote J. Cole like the Bible, I say. So
Yeah.
I want to know, with your rap, like how has it developed over the years? Like what have you focused on? Was it more so of your like your craft, or was it more so your lyricism, or how to write your word schemes? Like what were you focusing on developing in the past, and what are you focusing on developing now?
So at first, it was like in the very beginning, it was fast rap and the rhyme schemes. So, like I said earlier, I would just rhyme every word in the sentence and do it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So it was just speedy. I used to focus on that speed and rhyme schemes. I always hated when rappers called themselves rappers when all they did was rhyme the last word of each bar. I hated that. I was like, how are you gonna call yourself a rapper if that's all you do? You gotta
Yeah.
rhyme inside the bar. And I showed people that, and they called me like silly because I'm rhyming every word. Why are you rhyming every word? You're doing too much. So after that, I took it into consideration, and I started focusing more on wordplay. And for a year, that's all I would do is figure out double entendres or just ridiculously ambiguous words. I think the first one I was really proud of was who you know that's gonna snap like me and get right up on this beat and never cap like me and hit with despicable raps like me and take off like a rocket while my crystals harden like a step back three. That was the
Oh,
first one.
bro, I think I heard that before when I was
Yeah,
showing my brothers your raps. I was like, did
yeah.
he just say that? And I think when you put lyrics in your videos,
Mm-hmm.
it gets the message across so much more, because, like you said, you rap fast and there's so many wordplays. So when people follow along with the lyrics, they're just like, did he just say that?
Yeah.
Like, there was
There were
another
so
bar
many
they said,
bars. Yeah,
bro,
there was another bar. It was I said I'm a legend, I Tupac it.
what does that mean? Genius over here.
So I'm a legend, I Tupac it like
Yeah.
Tupac. But two pocket, like the two pockets in your pants, the gaps in the denim. So you
bro,
get it, yeah.
bro. See, that just that went over my head when I first heard
Right.
it. What other bars? What other bars come to mind?
There was another bar. I'm gonna just do all of them in the same rap. Uh, I don't like explaining them too much, so this is the last one. But I said, me and my dogs hit you with our paws. And then after that, I said father of fathers. But when I said pause, I paused. So it was like pause.
I did hear. I do
And
remember
then
that.
me and my dogs. So it's pause. Like dogs had paws.
Uh
And
huh.
then father of fathers, Graham, pause. So I think that was the first triple entendre that I had. It was crazy.
I'm listening. I have Recovery on vinyl, and I was listening to it straight through. Um, and Eminem does have a lot of
He's insane.
and on.
He's the best. In my opinion, he's the best ever. He's the best rapper ever. No one can touch Eminem.
What do you say to those people that say he's corny?
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes Eminem stretches it a little bit.
Yeah,
Sometimes he stretches it and he tries to rhyme a word that we know doesn't rhyme with the other word, but he makes it rhyme. But it's like, okay, yo, what are you doing? Come on now.
yeah,
But you can't disrespect Eminem for what he's done to the game, for
for
the
sure,
game,
bro.
and how many of these rappers now that he's influenced. He's influenced every rapper, even the greats that are right now. Kendrick was influenced by Eminem. Cole was influenced by Eminem. Joyner Lucas was probably influenced by Eminem. Logic,
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
All these rappers, Eminem.
He was
Um,
like the Godfather,
yeah,
pretty much of like the new era.
he's ridiculous. His people shit on his skill, but you can't you're not as good as him. No one is
Yeah.
as good as him. I don't think.
It's
Go
hard
ahead.
to music is so subjective. It's hard to really like dial it down to like goats because everyone's a goat in their own way. Who's your top three of 2010s?
Top three or tens. See, just top 10 rappers, just greatness of like rappers or
Yeah.
just artists in general.
Let's say let's do two lists. Do both of them.
Okay, top three rappers. I gotta put Kendrick at number one. Even though I like Cole more than Kendrick, I feel like Kendrick is more skilled than Cole.
Fair,
But
yeah.
Cole just hits different. Cole is just a
That's
like,
okay. We'll get that. We'll get into that.
right. So Kendrick is number one of our generation. Two is Cole. Three, um, me. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really listen to many rappers. There's a lot of people that are at that third spot. There's a lot of people that are.
You wouldn't put Drake in the top three?
No, Drake has ghostwriters, and he's see if he's in the artist list, he's the number one artist of our generation, no doubt. He's the number one artist. He's the man. He doesn't miss. Everything he puts out is a hit. But being a rapper, there's so many rappers that are better than him. It's not even funny. No disrespect, Drake.
No, like I agree with that. Like that the reason why I was smiling when you were thinking about the third one is because every time I ask that to people that like have like a clue of what rap's about, they always go Kendrick Cole or they go Cole Kendrick and then they go I gotta say Drake. I just gotta say Drake. Like I can't. I don't care. Like but like he's just always there. He's always there for the whole 2010s. He's like ruling them. So that's why.
2010s. I mean, there's a lot of rappers you can put there though. There's so many rappers you could put there, but I feel like there's a lot of them that aren't worthy of that spot.
You know, like because you could put it on like influence too. You know, like the amount of influence someone has given the generation as well. Like the amount of people Kendrick inspired, the amount of people Cole inspired, the amount of people Drake inspired, like all this stuff. Like this is the thing that comes down to like top three of the generations. Go, go, go. Like there's so many different subcategories. You can't narrow it down to like one person. Like I could say J. Cole is the best of our generation because I just personally relate to J. Cole. I like his lyrics. I like his influence on the rap. I think he's like really relatable. I think he's still up there. He's still doing his thing from 2011. Like he's still trying to keep to himself. Like he could still be at the top, but he doesn't have to brag about it. He doesn't have to boast. Like there's the ongoing thing about like the Grammys and stuff like that, like not getting enough. Like Kendrick and Drake have more Grammys. J. Cole has like one from a lot that from last year. Like he has no solo Grammys. It's just like, what do you think of award shows when it comes to like rap,
They're
like
definitely biased.
Grammys?
They're definitely biased, and I don't want to get into that because I have so many opinions that are definitely what's the
Controversial?
word? Controversial. Yes. So, but they're definitely biased, and I feel like some people get absolutely robbed.
How much do you value a Grammy?
I never really thought about that.
Because when I'm thinking about like I want to be a movie director, right? Like that's my main goal. Like that's the pinnacle of my life. Like I want to win an Oscar. Like that's always like at the top of my pyramid when it comes to like life achievements. But when I'm thinking about it, I have this video called "Will We Ever Be Comfortable," and it talks about how people are always going to be chasing, and no matter what they get, no matter what they do, the biggest award in their head right now, once they get it, it means nothing to them until they get another one, because we're
Yeah.
always chasing. So like
Yeah.
for you being like wanting to be the greatest of all time or the next up, right?
Hmm.
What do you what is your main goal?
My main goal is not to earn a Grammy that tells me that I'm good enough to get a Grammy. My goal is to change the way that people perceive music. I feel like it's very watered down now. The game, the rap game, music in general is very watered down, and
Yeah.
the audiences tend to lean towards the more fictitious genre of rap and music than what is actually real and something that they can learn from. So my goal, my ultimate goal is to change the world in the greater sense in terms of music, because I feel that people don't, a lot of people, especially people my age and people my generation, don't understand the true value of music and the true power that music can have. And I feel like that's something that's extremely important. But a Grammy, I don't I don't know how I feel about a Grammy. I guess there's an example. Um I don't know how long ago it was, but I was with a school counselor, and they uh they left the room and they left me a sheet of paper, and they said, write everything about you on this piece of paper so I can get to know you.
Hmm.
All of your traits, your interests, your favorites. And I sat in the room for about 30 minutes pondering on what I would say. And he comes back in the room, and I tell him, if I can write everything that I am on a sheet of paper, then I am nothing. Earning a Grammy is that same concept. If
Yeah.
all that you've ever achieved, all that you've ever done to impact the world has been summed up in this Grammy telling you that, hey, you did it, then you did nothing. Oh boy, that was loud. Seeing that the world has changed because of you is a million times more important than seeing you holding a Grammy saying that you did it, you changed.
Yeah, I remember when Drake won a Grammy, and remember he got like cut off, and he was holding his Grammy. He goes like, you don't need this to like prove that you're like the best in the game. If you're selling shows, like if people are listening to your music, you're already done enough or something. Like people when they win things, right? Even I quoted this Matthew McConaughey on his speech when he won an Oscar, and he goes like, I'm never going to reach my hero because it's always going to be 10 years away. Because he
Mm-hmm.
talks about like, um, one woman asked me who my hero was, and I said, "Oh, it's me in 10 years." And then she came back again in 10 years, and she goes, "Did you meet your hero?" And he goes, "No, it's going to be me in 20 years." And then he came back in 20 years, and it's like, I'm never going to reach my hero, but in his like Matthew McConaughey voice, I'm never going to reach my hero because it's always going to be 10 years ahead of me. And that's all right with me because it's always going to give me something to chase, something like that. And I was like, damn, that's fire, because like we're always trying to chase something. Like we're always trying to be our best, whether that's like fitness or whether that's, being like, you think you like, for me, editing, like I think I'm really good right now, and like 10 years, how
Yeah,
better am I going to be at it?
same with me.
Podcasting, am I going to be better at podcasting or making the conversation flow in 10 years, or am I going to be the same? Like there's always rapping, there's always going to be like 10 years. You're never going to stop
Yeah,
chasing, you're never going to stop getting better. And I think majority of the time, a lot of people, what they do is they like revolve around these awards. And the thing is, people on the outside, when they see you have like, if someone said like, oh, Grammy nominated, how, like when if they introduce you as that, people are gonna have this subconscious of like, oh fuck, this guy's actually good. rather than someone that's just dropping music, but you could be spitting facts, right? And I think the
Yeah.
most important part is like networking. So like my next question to you is, how are you going to get from here where you are right now? How are you going to build your chemistry with people around you? How are you going to grow your name in the business and the music industry?
It's really, and it's as simple as this. It's all about hard work. And I know that's corny and cliche, and that's what it is. But a year ago, I was sitting on my bed playing video games, wanting to be a rapper. No one
Yeah.
knew I could rap except for my family and my close friends that I've always just rapped around jokingly. No one knew I could rap seriously, and no one knew I actually had a talent or skill. And I started putting my mind to it, filming videos every single week, writing raps every single day. And look where I am now. I have a fan base of over 220,000 people,
Yeah.
and I'm getting these views on my videos, and I'm getting attention. And it's all because it's mindset. Okay. It's fear. There's two pains in life: discipline and regret. Okay. You want the pain of discipline. You don't want the pain of regret, because regret is irreversible. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of regret. My biggest fear is to be 35 years old saying, damn, if only I worked harder.
Yeah.
Damn, I really could have been something if I just put my mind to it. You can do that right now. Put your mind to it right now, and then you can get there. It's mindset, and it's hard work. It's discipline. That pain of discipline, you can always get that pain, and you can always take that pain away.
And consistency.
Laziness is the opposite of discipline.
Yeah.
So
I think that is really sick that you TikTok really like not only you, but it helped a lot of people with like hidden talents, reach
mhm,
their potential because the algorithm is so sick on it. Like people will
yeah,
find your stuff and a lot of people like it. It will send out to a lot of other people. And like if you like use the hashtags, like the algorithm is like crazy on there. Like people could get viral for no reason, right? Or people could get viral for actual talents. And the fact that like you're growing you're growing your fan base, you have this like platform that people are going to like stream your music now. You know what I'm saying? Like when you drop an album, people are gonna like play it and show it to people. Like music, all it is like it's like referrals. That's what it is. It's people referring other people to your music, and if they like it, they'll catch on to be like, "Damn, this shit's hard." And another person's gonna be like, "Oh, look at this person. Oh, this shit's hard." And another, like, it spreads like that. And I think that's the coolest when you going back to what you said about like working for like the people or like spreading a message. Like, I mean, I can't imagine creating like a film that spreads a message. Like that's what I want. I think
yeah,
that art is a beautiful thing because I talked about it in podcast 17. I was talking about how art is the most powerful influence. I think rappers today are like today's philosophers, and they
yeah,
they spread the word just like the philosophers did back in the Socrates era. And
mhm,
people listen to him and they preach what they preach and they learn from what they learn and then they use that mindset and they shape us. And that's why I
yeah.
think role models are a huge thing. Who are your role models?
Well, it's the three rappers, and then I have a couple more. But the three rappers that are role models to me is Eminem, Nas, and J. Cole. Um, those are some of the biggest influences in my life, and just motivation for me. Eminem, because obviously that was the first one I listened to, um, and I relate so much to what he has been through. When
Uh-huh.
I was listening to his music, I could relate to everything that he was saying. He's a role model to me because of what he achieved based off what he has been through. I've
Yeah.
been through a lot of the same things that he has. So that made me feel like I can achieve as well. Um, Another role model, Nas, is
Yeah.
because of the art of storytelling. Nas and J. Cole are similar to me because they both send messages and they're just clean and they're just nasty and they just can do it. And they're
Yeah.
role models because I relate to a lot of the things that they relate to as well. It's really all relatability at the end of the day. If I can relate to them, they become a role model to me, especially if they have achieved a lot.
Uh-huh. The thing is with rap too, it's like for me on the outside looking at these people, like especially like on TikTok or whatever, what motivates you to like write your rhymes, right? Like how does that come to fruition?
Normally, it'll be from me watching YouTube videos of either freestyles or just interviews. Earlier, I was watching an interview of a bunch of rappers, and they were talking about the influence that Eminem has on them.
Uh-huh.
And they were all saying how good Eminem is. They were all saying, "Oh, no one can touch Eminem. Eminem's the best. No one wants to
Yeah.
mess with Eminem." That motivated me to write because I want to get to the point where people say, "You don't want to mess with How. You don't want to
Yeah.
mess with him." I want to get to that point. So motivation comes from everywhere. It's been extremely difficult to get motivation during this pandemic because normally I get it walking down the street, looking at a stop sign, or going to school and hearing someone say something in a completely weird way, and I make a bar out of it. It just motivation comes from everyday life, and since everyday life is kind of cautioned off right now, I can't get it. So it's hard. So the way I get it now is through watching YouTube videos and freestyles. But normally in my everyday life, I get it from hearing people speak in different ways I haven't heard before, or reading something, a new word. I read a lot. It just comes from a lot of things. Noises that I hear, it comes from a lot.
Yeah, bro, it's kind of hard to define. Like, it's like asking a creator, like, how do they come up with an idea? It's just like, I don't know. I saw it or heard it somewhere. It's something two and two were together, and it just sparked. Because some of your word plays are like insane. Like for people that are trying to get their wordplay or advance their wordplay,
Yeah.
what would your advice be?
It's just inspiration. Obviously, I didn't get the idea of wordplay just by myself when I was younger. I heard Eminem do it, and I heard how he took an ambiguous word and used it for double meaning. Um, I don't think that any idea is original. No idea is original. That's a Nas song. Um, but I wouldn't call it copying. I would just say
Innovating,
innovating. Yeah.
you know,
Making
like
something your own. Yeah. I forgot what bar it was by Eminem, but I heard him say something, and it was a double entendre. And I was like, okay, what if I use the word period as a double entendre? Because period can mean that little dot at the end of a sentence, and it could also mean a period of time, and it could also mean
a
it could
girl's
also mean
period.
a girl's period, menstruation. It could also mean period, like what the girls say.
Yeah,
It's just ridiculous. And when you find those words, it's a magical moment. When you find a word that you're like, okay,
and you
okay.
kind of
Like
like
I
web it
found,
out.
yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but I found a word today while I was at work, and I was like, okay, so I'm making a bar to that, and it's just gonna be ridiculous. It's all about those words. Whenever you look at a word, you could try this as like an experiment, or if any rappers are watching this and you want to expand your wordplay, look at words. Every word that you see, break it up. If it's two words, use it in a bar. It doesn't matter. Find any way to use it. If you see a word that's made out of two words, use it in a bar. Your wordplay will be ridiculous.
Give
And
an example that you used before.
I used the word realize. Okay, I said I realized that I was the real one because no realize in you. You find those words
And you
and you
break
break
them
them
up.
up, and it's magical. I'm gonna find a word right now. I got you.
Bro, that's an art, bro. That's so sick. That is so cool, bro. Just
Hold
on
up,
the
hold up.
outside, like break down. Like I feel like I'm a genius interview right now. You know what you should do right now? You should grab a book, okay? Grab a word from anywhere around you, and then I want you to try to break it up live.
I got this book.
What
Seven
is that?
habits of a Seven habits of a highly effective teens or whatever. I
Ah.
read a lot. I'm a low key a nerd. All right. Let's find it. Okay.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. The word around.
Around. Okay.
Off the muscle, you can go around something, or you can find a round ball, or you can go around town. So you can say, I'm driving in my car around town. I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Like
Around
around.
ball and around town. A round. I just split that word up. Let's find another one. I got you. I got you.
Put a flat earther
Um,
bar there. That would be like the earth is around.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Um,
Damn. Okay. I see the process of it. It's kind of fun.
yeah,
It's like poetry. It's like poetic. Like
yeah.
that's the beauty of rap. It's like that's why I hate when like these mumble raps or any like other rappers like they like get get such high praise and they're just repeating shit and like the people that are just like spitting bars they're getting like shuffled in the
It's because
in the
people don't
crowd.
care to think. People don't care to think these days.
You ever hear Rhapsodies with J. Cole? This
It's
is the
too
best
far.
part. Oh,
That
awesome.
beat is so fire.
But you see what I'm
What?
saying? It's like I don't know
Yeah.
if you caught the last part, but he goes, "It's like the world ain't got patience for some shit that's introspective, right? I'm scared I'm losing the perspective of the kids. The world's not doesn't have patience to listen to the bars, right? So where the fuck that leave me irrelevant? I guess one from heaven. Some like it like the wordplay is so crazy. I can't even fucking remember it, but it's like
Yeah.
one from heaven sent to hell of pit or something like that.
Yeah.
Intelligent but stressed, and I'm just like, damn. The reason why I play that song is because you were talking about how people are not patient enough to actually listen to things, rather than focusing on what the lyrics talk about, and listening to the messages, and taking away like shit from it, because role models are crazy. Like music is crazy. Like the music people listen to are literally the person they are. Like you could tell a person by the music taste.
Yeah. I have a great example of that. I don't mean to shame anybody that listens to NBA YoungBoy, but NBA YoungBoy listeners are typically
Low riding,
we don't
half
gotta
like
say it. We don't have to
this.
say it. It's an unspoken thing that we just don't gotta say. But YoungBoy listeners, I'm saying though, why you gotta listen to YoungBoy? Listen to Cole. And I know people that say YoungBoy is the best rapper ever.
It's like
That's just
don't be throwing that term
that. This is the
around.
thing. You can't do that though. Like you can't say that if you can't. That's not. He's not even. No, I'm better than YoungBoy. I don't
Yeah.
care if you disagree. Like
His flow is something I'll give him, but it's just, you like Pop Smoke?
I don't honestly. I don't not like him. I don't listen to him. I don't listen to anybody else. I haven't listened to any of these newer rappers from like Juice World. After Juice World came out, I stopped listening to every other rapper. I don't even know who half these rappers are, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Pop Smoke's really good though. I like Pop Smoke. I like his new album. I think the drill, the New York drill, was pretty sick. Like it was
Yeah, I
something
mean,
fresh in
I'm
the
not saying
industry, I
like they're
guess.
bad. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. I just don't listen to. I have a completely different taste in music. I don't even listen to rap half the time. Most of the time I do, but I mean, I listen
What
to a lot of other music genres.
what do you listen to right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
I've been listening to Eminem heavy, but a month ago, I was really into Brent Fayez. He's amazing. I feel like he's gonna be super good. The
I never
Weeknd.
even heard him.
You
Yeah,
never heard of Brent Fayez? Yes, you have. You've heard his music. I promise you. You've heard it on TikTok.
probably. Let's see this.
The Weeknd is very good. There's so many good artists that I love. Smino's underrated.
Oh, don't even get me started. Smino and Sacrifices.
So good.
Oh, this song.
Drop the roof and let the smoke clear. So
Oh,
good.
that's fire. Yeah. You like R&B?
Yeah. Khalid's good too.
You excited for Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak's new album?
No.
What?
No.
Why?
Bruno Mars tries to be like Michael Jackson, and I think Anderson .Paak is overrated. To be
You
honest.
do?
Yeah.
Nah. I think it's gonna be an album of the
I'm
year.
kind of ignorant though because I don't I don't really listen to Anderson .Paak. I only listen to his hit songs, and just based off his hit songs, I don't even think he's that good.
I think he has this sort of feel to his music that is so
Yeah,
like
it's a vibe. It's kind of a
groovy.
soul
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah,
going
that's
on.
what I like it. Don't get me wrong, I don't listen to Anderson .Paak like that either, but I have like respect for his R&B style. Like I think he's a really good R&B artist, and that's why like Bruno Mars is like a typical pop music like treasure, like it's just
Yeah,
like the radio
it's
hits,
pop.
radio records.
Yeah,
So it's like I hate him. I hate it for that, but the fact that like he's bringing Anderson .Paak to his like fullest potential with like he's kind of like bringing him on his shoulder and showing the people like how talented Anderson .Paak is. So I'm excited for it, bro. Like I listened to the new song and it's like I was just like feeling it. It's just groovy, bro. It just puts you in a
Fire.
mood, man. Just puts you in a mood.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, again, when I say things about these artists, I'm never gonna say someone's bad, but it's just people that I don't listen to. All these
Yeah.
artists are obviously good. They're huge. They're superstars, but it's just not my type of music sometimes. Pop, Bruno Mars, yeah, that's a mood sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
I should have bought you flowers.
I don't know how I like him. I don't know how I like Bruno
I
Mars.
love that
Everybody
song.
used to say I look just like Bruno Mars too. It was kind of annoying.
No, that's the real reason why he doesn't like Bruno Mars.
Yeah, that's the real reason, because I don't.
He ain't a pop singer. That's the reason.
Yeah, I'm a singer though. I am a singer though. 2032. I'm gonna have a whole album, just songs, just me singing.
2032. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Or if that's too big of a question to swallow, what do you want to do this year for your music career? We could start off with that.
Just grind. This year is just grind like I've never grinded before. I'm talking little to no sleep grind. I've already been on that kind of grind for the past 2 or 3 days. No sleep. I really don't care either. It's really bad for me. I should probably sleep.
Probably sleep.
Yeah, I should probably. It's bad. But I want to drop project after project, single, EP, maybe at the end of the year an album. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But I am on my grind, and trust me, in 10 years, like you said, in 10 years I'm gonna be known as one of the best rappers.
That's the only way to think, bro. That's the only way to think.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Mark my words. 10 years.
I believe this, bro. That's why I had to hop on you quick because I knew in like a year or two you'll be charging for this shit, you know. But honestly, I do think that your potential is like out of this world, and I definitely think that you should drop a single, just so you could captivate all these people that are like viewing your videos now. Because sometimes do you find that yourself, like, you know, you don't want to drop a single because you don't feel like you perfected it yet, and you don't want to let the people that are viewing you down?
Problem. I'm probably the most overthinking being on the planet. That's
too,
all
bro,
I do is overthink. No, like it's bad. It prevents me from writing. It prevents me from uploading. It prevents me from doing a lot. My overthinking. I'm gonna drop a single soon. I'm just scared it's gonna be anticlimactic. It's fire.
I think that what you have to understand is people will like it because they like your music in general. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will be biased when they hear it because you have already developed a fan base. There's no need to drop, like, not every single is going to hit. You know what I'm saying? The more you wait, the more it's going to eat on you. Like, the soon. You know, people might get impatient, right? You might lose people just because you waited so long. You're not a high school rapper that is promoting on Instagram and having other people like repost your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a good following. They follow you for a reason. Like, remember that bar you said, like, why do you stop and listen? They stop and listen. They stop and listen for a reason, right? They want to hear your shit, and they want to play it in the car with their boys, right? They want to play it when they have aux. People would actually really fuck with your music if you let them have it, you know? So
I'm gonna let them have it. Trust. I got a lot of projects that I'm working on right now. I got stuff on the way. I'm gonna give the fans what they want. Obviously, I'm gonna come out with music. Yeah. But it's just, patience is a virtue. It really is. And I think that the most patient are the most rewarded. And it's gonna be fire. 2021 summer, I'm going crazy. You already know.
Patience is a huge thing, but it's like you could dream, but don't forget the execution. Quote J. Cole, change, right? It's like I wouldn't be, especially with my podcasts, you know, like something like these are like really hard to grow. It's like once you just start, enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, right? J. Cole said this one thing in his concert. He goes, it's like, it's not when you get there, it's not when you get there, it's how you get there, right? Like, if I snap my fingers right now to go from 0 to 100, you won't want that. You don't want that, because the journey is what is the most rewarding. Like you said, patience is the most rewarding, but don't make them wait, bro. Don't make them wait. I want to hear it, bro. I can't be going on TikTok saying like, yo, look at this guy, bro. I want to go on Spotify, man. Like, build up your streams, build up your portfolio.
I'm telling you, bro. I got you, man. I got all of you. I got all of my fans. I got them.
What do you got to say to the people who have been supporting you so far?
But they're the main reason why I keep doing it. If I was putting these videos out and I was getting 0 views and hate comments, I wouldn't keep going. I probably would, but I wouldn't have this passion. I wouldn't have the motivation.
Yeah, the drive,
that I
the
have.
drive.
They
Right?
give me that drive. Them saying that I'm the next best. Someone said that I'm the next best rapper ever. That was like the most motivation I've ever gotten in my life. I looked myself up on YouTube and Brandon Howe rapper came up. And one of the titles was Brandon Howe, future best rapper ever. And that just made me want to prove that to that person. Yes, I will be the next best ever. That's the type of stuff that motivates me. Okay, now I have to prove it to that person. I can't let that person down. I have to be the next best.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I got to be humble. But that's a whole different thing. But if there was one thing I had to say to the fans that are watching, I love you guys. They are the reason why I keep rapping with passion.
Like when you started growing on TikTok, what was going through your head?
It didn't feel real. It didn't feel real at all. I don't mean to sound overconfident, but I always knew that I was really good at what I do.
Bro, it's your
I always
craft,
knew
man.
that
You
I
gotta
was-
flex that.
I always knew that I was better than, I always knew that if I put myself out there, people would know how good I am or how much better I am than these whack mumble rappers.
Mm-hmm.
So I had that confidence coming in, but I didn't expect it to come so soon. I didn't expect that success to come so soon. I felt like I didn't work hard enough. And that's a really bad feeling like you earn something without working hard enough. You should earn whatever you earn by working ridiculously hard. It was overwhelming is what it was. When that video kept going up and up and up and it got 2 million views, I'm like, yo, what is happening? Like, this is not just happened. I just got I still can't fathom it. I can't fathom 2 million views.
How many videos did you post before that one?
3.
How well did that do?
I posted the first video and it got 1,000 views. I'm like, oh my God. I was so overwhelmed with that. I woke up, I seen it was at 1,000 views, and I was like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So I posted the second video. It was a Black Lives Matter rap. It got taken down, but because of I said the N-word, so it got taken down. It got 300 views in the first day. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I just got 1,000, so it's kind of underwhelming. But then the second day, I look back at it, it's at 7,000 views.
Yeah.
Go to class, come back, 25,000 views. It was blowing up.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
And then it got taken down. So it really sucked. But I got it back up, and I think it's at like 100K views right now. But yeah, the first 2 videos did relatively well. And then I posted that other video, and then it just took off, and everything started taking off from there. I gained like 40,000 followers off of that video. It was ridiculous.
I was one of them, bro. I was one of them, bro. Cause like you started with like these people are really like not saying like I'm gonna be the greatest. So what did you say? How did you start that video off?
Someone said it would take a miracle for me to be a rapper.
Yeah, bro. That was a good hook right there. A lot. Me. Well, first I saw the Dreamville sweater. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me hear this guy. Right.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember I added Dreamville or like rap commented on your thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, post this guy, man.
Yeah, I know. Wait, were you the guy that said that?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
They really took my TikTok down. Oh, it's all good, man. Look, we come back from those. Look, load this one up for your boy. Look. Now I'm sitting in my throne and it's clear that they hating. A kid wishing to be known, sometimes it kills to be patient. I will make a statement, fulfill and be the illest of nations. My skill will be blatant, I feel so I'm for real when I say it. Look, my goal is to make sure they know I'm the best rapper to do it since Kendrick and J. Cole. Next master of music influencing they souls. Y'all don't get what I'm saying, should be paid in pesos. They don't like me cause the bar's unprecedented. They wanna build a wall around me like that president did. If the past didn't make me, well the present did. Pulling strings didn't work, but pressing it did. Okay, it's evident Brandon is the best of his generation. The heavens and specialist expressing his many ways to change the music from the way it is now. Very soon I promise the name of the great will be how I'm done.
Anyway, bro, I think we got a lot off this podcast when it comes to like your personal well-being, your passion for music, how you developed your rhyme schemes, through all of that, who your inspirations was, what's the next future goals. So for the people that are coming from my channel, why don't you show yourself out, show them where they could find you, all of the above.
Yeah, you really can. You can find me on any social at Brendan X How, all lowercase, BrendanXHOWE. Just call me How though. That's my name. But yeah, any social, Brendan X How. Music on the way.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for any sort of single EP, anything, bro. I'm just excited to like play it on Spotify and finally show everyone, bro, who the next GOAT in the game is. Thank you for coming on. This is another episode of Teen Talks Podcast. If you're new here, like, subscribe. Feel free to check out all the videos that I maybe put up over here, just because why not? I think you'll really enjoy them if you enjoyed this podcast. If you're new to my channel, we just talk about self-reflecting things, teen-related things. This podcast is all about the conversations you have as a teen, late night drives. Me and Brandon just chilling in a car on a late night drive, talking about rap, talking about music, talking about passion. So thank you for coming on again, bro. Appreciate you. And that's another episode of Teen Talks Podcast.
It don't matter. It don't matter.